I thought I'd do a little update on the property for those who are interested in that. I haven't updated in a while, but there's been a lot of changes, but hardly anything that's been done at all. Now, my loan closed in March. Fast forward a couple of months, and I've still waited for the very first permit. And it took over a month for me to even get my septic design to submit the very first permit. And they told me it's 6 to 8 weeks out for the septic permit. This is now going to be, I think, week 4 that we're going into. And that permit I'm getting through the county. And and the city won't even process any of the other building permits or anything until that one is done. I still can't even get an address for the property until I get a permit from the city. Which means I can't change anything. Now, for the progress that I have made, I know a lot of people are curious about cost. Now, cost is going to change depending on where you are. In order for me to get the septic design, that would end up costing $2,400. She came from over an hour away. She was also a wetland specialist and everything. And she came out, she did all the measuring, all of that different stuff. Also had to pay a contractor to come out and dig some holes. That was another $900 for them to come out and do that. So you figure $3,300 for them to do all of that, plus get the drawings, get all of that ready. And then I had to go and submit that. And of course, that's another fee. And I want to say that one was around $1,200 or so. We already paid for all the permits, even though they're not going to run them yet. That way I don't have to worry about them. And as soon as they have what they need, they can do it as soon as possible and not have to wait for funding and stuff. Originally, the largest cost was going to be PUD, the electric. And they were going to charge $27,000 to bring it up here. And the house was going to be all the way up here on top. Now, a lot of things have changed with that. Now the house is going to be all the way down there, where I've been doing a lot of clearing, and I'm still going to do some more clearing. I have a DR power brush mower coming to start tackling a lot of this different stuff around here. Down here is where our septic holes are. I'll show you what those holes look like as well if you're curious. And we got them all flagged off. But that section between the trees is kind of where we're looking to put the home. And that reduced the cost by a lot. And moving the home down there saved $12,000 on the electric quote alone. Now, originally there was going to be between 600 and 700 feet of driveway that was going to be graded plus graveled and everything. That's also been reduced by about half. There were some issues when it came to the loan, and the appraiser wasn't really working with us, so we had to cut some costs around that. Now, I am glad that we don't have to do sewer here, because the city did tell me running sewer all the way through the property would have been probably about $100,000, if not more. Plus, the sewage bill is an automatic $100 flat fee, or a little bit more than that every month, too. Now, as for the water connection, that one is still a little bit up in the air. Now, in order for them to bring water to the property, it is an automatic $1,750 application charge. And that will include up to 40 feet of running down the road. And if we end up needing more, it is going to go up in price. And of course, we still have to run everything on the property, but my contractor will be doing everything at cost plus 1%. So I'll have to share those costs a little bit later once I have them. So right now, I'm just mostly focusing on clearing up the property. I'm cutting down a lot of trees, cutting down a lot of vines, and I'm bringing all my firewood over. And I'm also going to be cutting up a lot of those trees for firewood. So there's going to be a lot of firewood. I don't think I'm ever going to need more of it. Now I'll take a quick break and I'll show you some of the other things I'm doing on the property and some of the updates of what everything looks like now. Especially as everything's starting to get green, you can see the background has definitely changed. This bird keeps patiently waiting to come over here so he can get the worms that I dug up a moment ago. I know, you want the worms. You're a pretty bird. Yeah, you're a pretty bird. All right, so I showed you that I'm working on getting my wood piles going and stuff. This is where I decided I'll keep a lot of my firewood. And I started clearing up here. There's a path that kind of goes up that was as tall as some of this stuff over here. I cleared that out one of the last times, and it's already grown a few inches in just a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna have to do that again. Eventually, I mentioned before, I wanted to get all of these trees out, and that's still the plan, because I want to do a lot of gardening, a lot of orchards, a lot of that stuff on the property. I'm going to be bringing a big old DR tiller in here, and I'm going to be tilling up all of this up here and flattening it out. Now, I've showed on my other channel where I'm doing a lot of clearing. I did some chainsaw videos and stuff, but I am working on clearing a lot of this stuff up here. My daughter's threw all the pieces of wood over here. That's going to have to be restacked. I need to get in here and get all this mulched. Now let's go ahead and go down and I'll show you those septic holes real quick, and then I'll show you a little bit over there. I definitely need to get in here and do some clearing as well. I couldn't get the mower in here because of the uneven terrain. And at some point I will have to figure out some type of retaining wall to go along here. Now to show you what these holes look like, they just came in with an excavator, dug up some big holes, they measured them, checked to see what the soils looked like at different levels and stuff. These darn vines, I just can't get rid of them yet. Then we have the second test hole over here. That was actually the first one. You know, once all this gets cleared out, that's going to open up a lot of area. I'm also going to cut those trees down. I'll open up all of this. And then we have our third test hole down here. And up there is where the drain field will actually be going. And then the house is going to be going right about here. That bird keeps following me wherever I've been working. I think it figures there's always worms by me. But yeah, we'll definitely get all of that cleared out. I already started to clear out some of this. I cut down some of the little trees. I even showed it in a previous video for over here. Are you just following me? Huh? Are you following me? I do think that I want to take out this one big tree. I'm trying to find somebody that wants to buy it though. That would be the one main threat to falling on any structure here. Now on my other channel, I did show a lot of the clearing here. This was vines all the way up to these trees. It connected pretty much. And I came in here with a trimmer and a brush cutter blade on it. And I mowed through all of that. And then I took my mower through it and did it again. And they are sprouting up really quick. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been out here with the mower. And yeah, I'm going to have to get out here this next week and mow it all down again. You'll see the terrain is very, very uneven. We got a lot of grading to do here. On my other channel, I showed a couple of weeks ago where I cleared this section. And you can see that it's an ocean of blackberry vines that just goes pretty much forever, all the way around. Really tall here. I will have to be careful with some of the clearing because there are fallen logs in here. I actually hit some of these big pieces with my mower. I had to dig them out. Now the mosquitoes definitely love this stuff. Another reason why I'm trying to get it all out of here. And they are swarming this area, especially right now. I do have several buckets everywhere. And they're set up with the dunks and stuff. That way we can kill the larvae. I'm adding soap to it today so we can get the adults stuck in them. I will be clearing all of this. But you can see just from what I cleared how much it opens up the land. And I definitely have cleared a lot. Using a trimmer is definitely a slow way of doing this. But next week I plan to do all of this and do it all the way to the road. This is where our trench is going to be to bring everything up too. And if I get that tree out and open this up, that will make it easier for turning around, parking, all that different stuff right here. So like I mentioned, it being a long driveway, my property line actually starts right there. And then that's an easement that I'm granted. So from there all the way, it's over 600 feet. So everything would have been expensive. Now moving the house down here, we essentially cut a lot of different costs in half. Now those trees that I mentioned that I want to cut out, these are them right here that comes down here. And there's an opening over here, which I have been working on, and it goes all the way up. And I want to clear these trees all the way over. It's going to take a while though. Right now my priorities are all the borders. That was a half rotted tree I cut down recently in a video. And there's probably plenty of more in here to cut down. There you are, following me again. I'm telling you, this bird's following me. Now at one point in time, this land was harvested. It was actually owned by the people that own the land above mine. And I could see the stumps rotting away in different corners and different areas. But clearing the land pretty much allowed for these red alders and stuff to take over. And there are some Douglas firs and some western hemlocks that are kind of scattered in there. But my goal is to clear all the alders and to grow the trees that I actually want on the property. I'm trying to think what else to cover with the property. If there's any questions that you have that I didn't cover, things that you'd like to know about the experience, or plans, whatever it might be, you can shoot it down below and I'll answer them. The house has been done for well over a month. I know I mentioned in the first video I was getting a manufactured home, which is already built and it's being stored, waiting for everything to be done. So as soon as the permits get approved, my contractor is ready to get going. But that's pretty much the updates for the property. I live over an hour away where I'm renting right now. So it's almost an hour and a half each way that I come. And I come out here a couple times a week to work on it and clear things and haul things out here. Like right now I'm hauling out some of the garden stuff, some of the wood stuff, just things that are outdoors that I can get out of the way and just get it over here now. There's a lot of equipment that I still need to get, but I'm slowly getting things. I'm selling a lot of stuff that I own. That way I don't have to move it too. But with the stuff that I'm selling, I'm buying equipment I need. I have a DR Power tiller that's coming this next week, I think Monday. And then later in the week, I have a DR Power brush mower. I still need to get a chipper and a couple other things, but I don't have the funds for those quite yet. But I will share those machines next week, especially when I get out here to start tackling a lot of this stuff with it. I definitely hope that we get these permits pretty quick. I'd like to get out here. I'd like to be able to do a lot more. And if I'm living here, I can work on the property every single day. I think next week I also want to bring out my drone. That way I can get a sky shot of how everything looks now and then get a shot in a year or two and see the difference with everything. Anyway, like I said, if you have any questions about the whole experience, undeveloped land, what you have to go through, it's going to be different depending on where you live, different regulations, laws, codes, all that different stuff. You might be able to get something a lot quicker than I can, maybe a lot cheaper, maybe a little bit more expensive. Now, luckily, I am pretty rural and I'm pretty far away from the city. The closest city is like an hour and a half away for Olympia or so. And I've been told that permits are like twice as expensive and they take twice as long there. And the cost of everything is so much more expensive for sewer, electric, everything. Now for the equipment, I mostly was going to focus on reviewing those on my review channel, but for anybody that is interested, I will do some of the actual clearing on this channel as well. I'll start posting a little bit more regularly on this channel. I can start sharing, clearing some of the trees, cutting them down, using some of the equipment out here for sure. I definitely am excited to try that brush cutter, that brush mower. I think that's going to make things a lot quicker and a lot easier. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.